Welcome back to Napoleon Total War with this pike and shot mod. Last time around we were able to take out the Württemberg, Baden-Württemberg, or I believe the faction was called something else. Maybe? I don't remember actually. Anyways, doesn't matter, they're gone and we're still here. However, as you can see, I'm not actually in a position to lay an attack on the, let's see what these were, the Landgraven of Hessen-Kessel. We're not actually ready to lay an attack on them because, if you remember, I said we had this skirmish thing with the Ottomans. Well, the skirmish thing is back on, and this time they're actually skirmishing because they've sent a small force into our territories. It's only 4 units. Now, we do have 4 units in garrison, but I do not trust those 4 units, because God knows what it is, and so we have to send troops. Now, we do have troops in Vienna. Now, it could be like, okay, you send away troops, open up for an attack. Well, Vienna's got a sizable troop that will spawn, so I'm not too concerned about that, especially what the Ottomans keep here. And I mean, they might be keeping troops right about here, but the AI is not that clever. So we're gonna send troops to make sure here, and we'll also gain some experience with the general. The general can make it all the way to the town. The cannons, not so much. So we're gonna take the troops and the general, and with both of them, when, you know, soldiers on their own will make it to here, with the general, they'll make it to here, and then the general can do the last jump, and so all these troops here support each other. That's also why I diverted the pike infantry to move to here. This army, I mean, we've got 1 turn, then we're gonna have these gunners coming in, so that'll be good. We'll have a lot of pikes in this army, which is maybe not preferable. I do have the option here to recruit, or I guess contract in mercenary Cossack footmen, so we can get those in. They will open up for getting 3 extra musketeers in time, as I intend to take Budapest. So we'll not be, even if it is, you know, the Ottomans again try to go for peace immediately. Just because, I mean, look at the border. The Ottoman border goes right next to the capital. I mean, some houses are almost in the, like, zone in between the 2 lines. That's how close it's drawn. So if we take that, we push the Ottomans so far away. We also gain, when we gain control of this, we basically gain control of the river crossings here, making it so much harder for the Ottomans to attack us. And it will instead push them back, because then we will be able to sit right here, right off the bank, able to go at Belgrade. And then also will be put right on the border with their the Principality of Transylvania, which is currently it's a protectorate of the Ottoman Empire, and they have joined them in Ottoman wars. So currently we are at war with them. I guess it's supposed to really be because we're allied, in a sense, with the Polish. There is some kind of pact there, anti-Ottoman pact. So that's why we kind of go against them, why they've come here. Other than that, there's nothing much to be said, since I haven't moved a lot of troops around, and I explained enough of the economics, so we got that pretty well sorted. So with that said, actually I just need to check the balance a little bit. We're making 11,000 per turn, which is rather nice. Also, I actually decided what we're gonna do here. Actually, a little bit of technology, or a little bit of budget, or whatever, economy. There we go. I found the word. This, which was a house for the arts, I believe. We have a similar one here, actually. Italian School of Art. We can go theater and artisans' workshop, which they provide happiness. The thing though is, look at the kind of apparatus I have. 114 and 71. This is unheard of. Where do I getting all of this? Like, it's insane. Resistance of foreign occupation is actually 50 of that. I mean, there's no need really for a happiness building. Especially one that will drag down the bonus tax income. I think it will go up to actually 4% minus, which is something that I don't want, because currently we are already at minus 5%. So an additional, then we keep going down and down and down, we're not gaining. I guess that's a way they're balancing the fact that we're gaining such high amount of wealth. But I'm thinking, because we're building a nursing home, which will build down towards the line of. Let's actually go to the Arkansas school here, because I believe this is. You can have it here. So we're going down nursing home, monastery, hospital, hospice, and then hospital in the end there. Hospitals actually increase the bonus tax income. It decreases the wealth per turn, but it's only by 4, and I've got like almost 400 at this point, so it's not even, it's like 1%, right? It will just decrease it by 1% of the wealth gain, and that's negligible, but it will increase the bonus income by 3%. And so these, I'm thinking, will stack. So if I build 2, I build 1 in the capital, and I will build 1 in Salzburg, then we'll gain 6%, and we'll nullify this 5.2 and actually gain an extra percent. So then we'll basically gain then 6%, so we'll be at 37%. So that will increase income here quite a lot, and as it steadily increases, it will increase more. So it's great strategy in doing that. So I should already actually do this. We should be building towards what city? Well, it looks like a fancy old statue. That one also gives bonus to tax income. Where is the city well? Sewer? What does that increase? It only increases by 1%. And it's like a little bit of happiness, a little bit of other bullshit. A Baroque fountain. 2%. How does a fountain add tax income? But yeah, nursing home seems like the best one, because it'll increase replenishment and stuff like that. So I think that's the one we're going for now, unless I take a closer look and find something else. So we'll get 2 of those. Very nice. Enough said, though. We need to fight off the Ottomans. So for now, this will be an Ottoman episode instead of a Landgrave blah 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 blah. Right. Let's end turn and see if the Ottomans actually attack us. If I were the Ottomans, I would flee back to Budapest and prepare my defenses there. The city is under siege. The Ottoman are laying siege to the city. I believe this siege depicted here is in the Netherlands, though. And even more, I think, people from the Netherlands, possibly. Right, we've got more ships, and we got some musketeers ready. We have built a small fort around the capital, and we got cobbled roads being built. I've got so much money. Even though roads are, well, it's not that expensive, but we'll spend the money there to be able to quickly move along. Trained gained, army on the march. And that's the general I moved up here. He's now under siege. The Ottomans lay siege to his force, and so what we have is armed citizen mob, flintlock armed citizen mob, the mortar, provincial cavalry, the general, and then we got these 2 extra troops. So that should be plenty enough to deal with the Ottomans. We got the pike infantry. They're gonna make it to town. We're gonna, as I said earlier, we're gonna get those mercenary Cossack units. So then we'll get an additional 6 units into the army, and that will be plenty enough for us to do an advance towards Budapest. And as we are talking about that, we should be moving in here. Now this army has been marching for quite a while, so I think we're gonna replace them real quick just so that they get better replenishment. Wallenstein setting up in Heidelberg, and right across we've actually got a smaller force. This could turn nasty because they still got the full stack up there, and then we need to pass through this half stack before we get there. Another way would be, it would take a while, but moving around there to avoid going through there, especially since we would possibly end up in a bridge battle, which wouldn't be great. They are trading on our roads. Damn. Those cheeky bastards will be making it into town, and we'll be able to move on the enemy there. With that, everything is kind of set. Yeah, I'm recruiting ships. What I was thinking is, we do have additional ships that can be recruited now when we have the... We've got a race-built merchant galleon. Actually, the Indiaman is the one that has the most cannons. That's one downside to the cheap ships that I've been building so far, is that they have very few cannons compared to these more expensive ships. Now, I wasn't thinking anyone would come battle us, and so far no one has. Now, with the Ottomans actually seeming to be fighting us in a proper way, you know, there's an Ottoman port right there. Ottoman navies could be sailing towards us, dealing quite a bit of damage if they were able to take out all that trade that I'm doing. I'm bringing in something like into almost 20,000 through the ports here. So losing all of that out of the trade income would significantly put me at a mighty loss and would kind of crush me economically. With that said though, we'll have this little skirmish, and then once that's done, what's left will be set up, and then we'll move on Budapest. But first we need to send this force away. My mortar is way out of bounds, and the enemy is not advancing, of course, because they've got a mortar standing by. So the key is going to be to break this and then hope for the best. We have made it below the range in which it can fire upon us, and though they have moved up... Oh shit.
Our general is under attack.
We made it to the mortar, but unfortunately we didn't kill it, and they're back on it. However, I've managed to get all my infantry underneath the range of it. I'm going to rally the cavalry there, which we did. My creations are moving up to deal some damage, hopefully be able to shoot down that stupid mortar. Ooh. Okay, not really super out of the range of it, but for the most part. Alright, let's set up the troops and let's not get too tired here. They still have these very dangerous cavalry units that we have to deal with. I think we've shot one out of the mortar crew. Their whole army is shifting over to the right. Could be because like my proper regiment is over on the left. Provincial cavalry, what's left of it, as it's lost 2/3 of their numbers. Shooting on this is not that important actually, because we've already dealt the damage that we need because they can't fire at us anymore. It's going to be more important actually to shoot at the enemy cavalry units. Alright, the enemy is right there, but they're deciding to shoot on this one. Let's continue that. There's not a huge problem right now. It might be. Well, they're shooting back, so now I'm ordering you to fire at them. How have we not shot anyone? The mortars are covering. Oh, now they're moving. They're advancing on us. Wait, what? They've got wings on their back? They're fake winged hussars? The cavalry is moving quickly into the flank. Let's move troops. Fire there. Order you to fire. Provincial cavalry move to the flank. Try and do as much damage there as possible. General will be set up to fire upon the enemy. Let's try to gain ground as the provincial cavalry will attack. These guys will move up and then fire once they're really close. Once this one decides to... Oh, well, we're being targeted. They're firing through everything to fire at the general. The cavalry's going in. Let's get these guys up. And ready to fire upon the enemy. Let's advance the Croatians. Okay, cavalry, since they're not wanting to take the fight, make sure to get rid of the mortar. Alright, finally we got rid of that. The enemy's right there on us. Croatians are having a bit of trouble. Losing a lot of men to the Ottoman force here. Cavalry go back in. The general aided a little bit there by firing. Alright, the pikes join in. General pushed through. Okay. You have to push up. Okay, now these guys have joined the melee, which was not the idea. You were supposed to attack these guys, you bastards. Alright, it gives the general a chance to fire once more. Oh, the stupid mortar is back on. Hurry, into position, quickly now. Oh, now the general's getting attacked. Pull back. This unit is what I'm banking on. Right, start shooting. Losing slightly. It's musketeers. But the armed populace is slightly losing against them. Full-fledged 5, bastards. Shoot down that cavalry already. And same with you. I get things going here. Once the Ottoman general falls, I think that's going to be it. Set up behind and ready to fire. This is a small skirmish. It's been going on for 40 minutes. shooting pistols into this, I would think would make sure that we secure victory for our... Alright, you're out of ammo. Move to the side and let the cavalry move in then. Provincial cavalry to the charge. The enemy is forced straight into the pikes. And look at that, the enemy general at this point is sent off. And now we just need to focus in on that enemy cavalry unit. Let's have the musketeers gain ground there. Even with all of this, the enemy cavalry is holding strong. Let's increase the morale for our troops to make sure they hold. My armed citizenry is not looking too good right now in this fight. It could still go pretty badly for us. I'm mostly concerned about the cavalry, because in the long run there's no way that those other troops will be able to hold on. Wonderful. Hold fire. Musketeers will gain distance.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, now they're running. Oh, just fire into it then. Break them down. There's a risk here. They're setting up to shoot right at the general. He needs to get out of there. I do not intend to lose a general over this skirmish. Oh, they're shooting tons of his bodyguard here. Finally! We were victorious. It took its sweet while. I deployed 1,100 men, of which I lost 700. The enemy managed to lose their entire force except 6 people that made it back to the Ottomans. There wasn't that many team kills, which is good, but then again, there weren't that many units to begin with anyways. Firelock armed citizenry, and the Österreich Musketeer did the most of the damage. Then we had the general, although I think quite a bit of that was him chasing down units at the end of the battle. Anyways, we secured the province. I think without the general, without the support troops, the province would definitely have fallen, given the way that the troops of the enemy were performing compared to our own. If the general wouldn't have been there, then I'm sure the troops wouldn't have stood for as long as they did, and we would definitely have lost the province. But now we didn't, and we stand victorious. The Ottoman force goes to die. The troops join in, and I'm thinking we're actually gonna send all troops up north, and then from there we'll make our way to Budapest. Very nice. Oh, technology was done, so this one, I'll have a think. I think we've got quite a few technologies over here that we can do in short while. But with that, we can build out the banking houses. I do think I only have I do have 3 of them. Nothing in Silesia, no. And nothing in the newly conquered territory, no. Still rebuilding the barracks there. I'm not so concerned with having the Adolf over here. If the war against the Ottoman continues, the thing is, my army will already be in Budapest, and once I take that, I will see all of this. And I'm not really thinking about going further than Budapest, so it's probably better actually to have him still here. Given the time it took to conduct this small skirmish, we might not have enough in this episode to continue on, but we'll at least build up to the point where we'll be ready to strike at... Maybe I can get some cavalry. You know what? You can get 1-turn cavalry from here, I believe. We can get pistoliers. We're gonna need cavalry, because so far in this force... we have none. We have no cavalry. It's going to be only infantry. So if I'm able to get a few pistoliers before we head off towards the enemy, that will be just great. The Kingdom of France has declared war on me, which seems odd. Why they would want to get in. But I guess at the same time, maybe not. Also, it looks like there's I'm just noticing now, there seems like there's a rebellion down there. Or am I mistaken? That there is a rebellion in the south of France? Anyways, I mean, there's nothing much I can do. I'll definitely bring in the Bavarians, even though I doubt they will do anything. They join, like they should join their emperor, but there we have it. Oh, they're also fighting... Oh, do you know what? I was hoping there was England. Bavarian than me. This makes things quite a bit more complicated, doesn't it? Because now we're not only facing, you know, a rebellion within the Holy Roman Empire. Now we've been, you know, everyone kind of tags on to try and attack us when we're weak. With the French going against us. We do not have a direct border with the French. So I'm wondering is how they're gonna try and attack us. The nasty thing here is now the French actually has, you know, their navy is out here. They're fighting the Genoans. So they could definitely come after my fleet. War in Italy. I applaud you, my lord. In some lands you are already heralded as the savior of the German Empire, and compare you to the great Frederick Barbarossa. Although, if I may remark, there still will be a long way to go to achieve such greatness. it is enough to instill courage in the more valiant nobles and freemen to defend their homeland. War in Italy. War in Italy doesn't sound that great, though. So we've got war everywhere. Stupid French bastards. Right. How does that make me like Frederick Barbarossa? Did everyone go to war with Frederick Barbarossa? Because that seemingly is the only thing we have in common. Principality of Moldavia was destroyed. So at least some people are making gains. And in this case is the Polish. Which are... Oh no, it was the Ottomans. I thought maybe that was a principality that was siding with the Ottomans, but that was not the case. So the Ottomans are making gains, but not against us, and that's, I guess, the most important part. Let's get the pikes together, let's get these troops together. It looks like, because also it's December, so it's winter time. I'll have a bit of time then to actually set up my force. We need a lot more pistoliers, I would say. I can get 2 more here and then another one here. Do I have money for all of this? Yes, we still are on the up and up with the money. That looks good. Cannons. We do have 2 cannons. I guess that will be enough. The cannons will take too long to recruit, but at the same time we will be recruiting it through winter, so we do have time to actually get to 18 pounders. 18 pounders we cannot gain anymore. The mortars are really good, but they're only kind of really good in defense, given their short range, because they only have 400 range, which is actually the same as the 18 pounder cannons. These have got 600, 480, but these cannons are fixed. I guess that's a big difference there. The howitzers. The howitzers could be immensely good, but I'm kind of fearing that they would be kind of overpowered in a way. Because if they fire anything close to what the mortars does, then that will be almost to the point of game breaking. I guess we can bring... They do not have a fort there. Let's bring another 2 of these as we prepare ourselves. We're gonna draw forces together. Actually, why am I setting up the force over there? We're not getting good replenishment up here. We should actually be setting up here, because we got a better road going right towards Budapest. So maybe just head back, everyone. And you will head there as well. And then you'll bring the soldier over there. Right. Good, good. We will not be striking forth here then, before I get things properly set up. I also kind of want to know... They won't come to their aid, I don't think. We'll be able to make a gain towards here, but not now. Let's see, what are the French thinking here? So the French, they are a good relationship with Sweden, which hold quite a lot of land. Russia holds very shit amount of land. They hold 1 province. Polish hold a lot. I wonder if this was a single country. That opens up to... Question is how Poland is going to do against the Ottomans. I'm sure I'll be able to take Hungary, which is good. But to fight France, it'll mostly be in naval action. So I think it might be well to actually spend the extra money. Now we've spent so much on building the trade ships. I'll actually build the Indiaman trade ships. So those have 58 cannons. I wonder what kind of ships the French have. And we might have some naval warfare against the French. Blockade the French port. Let's continue on with our trade ships. The thing is... Let's see, trade. Ivory is still the best. Actually, sugar comes second. Spice is not as good any longer, so it would be nice to get some sugar. Sugar is, however, all the way over here. And the thing is, I also think like like stacking too much doesn't gain you that much. So I've been thinking about splitting this one and sending a lot over to this ivory. So right now I think we're gonna go for the long haul on these ships. So these 4 that I've got going now will be going to the one beyond the Rock of Gibraltar. So instead heading towards... where are we actually trading these from? We are trading them from Cameroon Town. Well, this one is coming from Oran. And then we got spices from Algiers, and we also got spices from Valletta, which I guess is it's a trade waypoint, so we're not going directly to the source. So I'm sure the people there will take a cut as well. Right, I guess we'll end it here because battles are so long. Trying to fit 2 battles into this. I was hoping the skirmish would go quicker, but it was actually it was a touch and go skirmish. Like if they had produced better result with their cavalry, like they've charged my units, they would have done a lot better and they could definitely have destroyed me. But I think for the next one, we will have this force set up. We will have quite a mighty force coming out of Vienna. We will take Budapest. And I think Transylvania is not going against us. We could continue, or we will monitor the situation with the Poles. What I will do is I will not end the war with the Ottomans until I know the Poles have ended their war with the Ottomans as well. I do not want the Ottomans to be able to go in and take tons of territory here while we are at peace. As long as the Polish are at war, we will be at war. So now we're at war all over the place. Now I'm just waiting for the Swedes to come in, faster than pickled herring. Is there anything else I need to do? I mean, I could try and seek peace treaty with the French. They do have a rebellion there. Or it is just a rebel province. It's not anything. It's just rebels. They've taken up Octanian rebels have taken up position there. France. Who are you at war with besides me? Well, I brought in Bavaria. Genoa. Wouldn't really like them to take Genoa. The Genoa only holds Corsica. They are at war with Savoy, the Polish, France, and the Spanish. The Spanish has joined in. I don't like that. I don't like that everyone's at war with Genoa. It's a pretty nice island, Corsica. It's got nothing on it besides a town. But it still's got a port. Would I set up an expedition force to take the island? It's such small one-state provinces usually have tons of troops there, so it'd be mighty expedition. It'll take forever. I'll set it up now. I'll be ready in a year. Otherwise, everything looks fine. But yeah, just my luck, the Swedes and Brandenburg, the Prussians, will join in as well. Anything else I need to say? No, nothing really. We've got quests here to take Hanover, Cleves, and Castle. In terms of prestige, for some reason I'm like dead last. Actually, I'm just above Denmark, but below England at 55. I don't know why I have 55, while the Spanish are up at 500. They're 10 times as good. The Swedes, I don't think they've been at war with... Well, they're at war with the Russians. The Dutch, or the Republic of the Seven United Netherlands, the Polish, the Ottomans. Tsardom of Russia, they have one province up in fuckwit nowhere, and they're stronger than me. Kingdom of France. Huh. At least I'm joined at the bottom by the puny Kingdom of Denmark. I'm the bloody emperor, am I not? Anyways, we'll leave that for that. So, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.